Hello, the internet, and everyone who's watching. Thank you for stopping by. Today is going to be a bit of a different type of video. I'm not going to be talking about games or anything gaming related. This is going to be a much more personal video about myself and what the hell's been going on with me recently. So, I know I don't have that many viewers or subscribers, but I feel like I needed to get this off my chest because there's been a lot going on in my personal life at the moment, and I almost therapeutically, I think, feel like I just need to say something and have it out here. So, you may have noticed, anyone who keeps up with it may have noticed I haven't uploaded any videos in about 4 or 5 weeks now, which is unlike me, and I had started moving to fortnightly because I'd mentioned I was having a lot of doctor's appointments. Now, to make a very long, 9-month long story short, I'm so hesitant about this. The long story is, short version is, I'm going blind. I went for an eye test. They found some swelling at the back of my eye. Lots of stuff happened after 9 months, and so there's a genetic condition that I'm suffering with, apparently. That's what they think, anyway. And I'm going blind. So it's still sort of, they're 90% sure that it's this genetic thing. It might be something else, but either way, I'm going blind. They just don't 100% know why yet. So, yeah, if you've noticed in some of my videos, maybe sometimes I don't look directly at the camera, or in some of my Minecraft videos, even I've noticed I walk straight past diamonds or iron when I say I'm looking for these things. That's why. It's a bit of an odd thing. Basically, I've lost all of my peripheral vision. I've been registered as blind, or what they call severely sight impaired these days. I believe they changed that a couple of years ago, but that's what I've been registered as now. As I say, I've lost all of my peripheral vision, so I've got complete tunnel vision, but it's very odd because it doesn't look like that to me. To me, everything looks normal. It's very strange. Apparently, by the way, this what it is that my brain... This room is a great example. My brain knows what this room looks like, so it fills in the gaps. But what will happen is, I can put my hand here out to the side, and I know my hand is there because it's my body. But if my wife or somebody else came in and did that, I wouldn't be able to see it. And the amount of times I'm walking into things that I'm just not spotting stuff, somebody can hand it to me right in front of my face, and I will not see it. Yeah, the prognosis is not great. It's only ever going to get worse. They might, the doctor's response was, in 5 to 10 years, there might be some cutting edge gene therapy that they can do that can stop it, or at least slow it down, but they will never be able to repair the damage that has already been done. And again, I should stress that it's done enough damage that I am now registered as severely sight impaired. So yeah, for the last couple of weeks, I've not been making any videos. I think, as you can imagine, I've not really been feeling like it, to be honest. I think for the most part, I've just been trying to focus on being happy and trying to do other things. So I've been playing quite a lot of video games in general. I played that new Pokemon Arceus game. Loved that. I want to make a video about that at some point. It was a great game. But I've just been feeling a bit down about it, and it felt very odd. I think the real catalyst behind me wanting to make this video is last week I sold my car. I've had my car for 7 years. I love my car. I'll put a picture on screen of it somewhere, but it was a little red 2-seater convertible sports car. I loved it. It's a Mazda MX-5 or Miata for anyone in America, and I loved it. Always have done. And I had to sell it because I'm no longer allowed to drive because of the impairment. So that was a bit of a one. Yeah, that hit me pretty hard. I recently got the money. Yesterday, I got the money for it, and there was a certain level of finality to that. Like, there we go. That's it. Now it's gone. Your ability to drive is gone, and you're never getting that back. And I'm only 33, and he's pointed out. I think I was wondering. I'm only 33 years old, so it feels a bit. I've got the rest of my life that those things I could have done, and it's, it feels a bit consuming at the moment. So that's why I've not been making any videos. I'll be honest, I really haven't felt like it. My best friend Kieran said, I get a bit of a pass at the moment, he thinks, for feeling a bit sorry for myself. But I would also point out, if I really want to moan, talk about how unlucky I am, this is not the first time I've dealt with this issue. About 8 or 9 years ago, I was diagnosed with a condition called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and that was because I had to start using a walking stick to walk. What that is just, I don't want to really go into that, but it's basically my joints are hyperelasticated, so they dislocate all the time. The upshot is it causes me a lot of pain. I lost my job because of it. I sort of stopped going to work. Sorry. This is not the first time I've had to deal with my life sort of being turned upside down due to health purposes. I still have that, by the way. That's a similar thing. It's only ever going to get worse. Hopefully I can do things to slow it down, but it's never going to get better. I still have the walking stick. I have to use it for anything that isn't just walking around the house. You add into that now this new one, and it does just feel a little all-consuming, I think, at times. Sorry for the pause there. I did actually want to make this video with no cuts in it, but I got a little emotional there for a little bit, so I thought I'd cut the 40-second pause out. If anyone's wondering, by the way, the exact diagnosis I've been given, I believe it's pronounced Retinitis Pigmentosa. So if anyone wants to look that up, that's what it's called. They at one point thought it was something called autoimmune retinopathy, which is almost always caused by cancer. So I'm pretty glad that I was staring down the barrel of that gun for a while. So I'm glad it's not that, and that it's not cancer. But there's a certain level of permanence to this pigmentosa illness, and it's hard to deal with. It's very hard to deal with. I would be lying if I said I wasn't. I would be lying if I said I wasn't struggling with it a little bit, but I'm doing okay. I've got a great support system with my wife, my mum, my best friend, my brother. I've got a brilliant support system around me, and everyone has rallied round and wanted to help, and particularly with my lack of ability to drive now, immediately they were like, "Yeah, we'll take you anywhere you need to go." And that's nice, and that's been amazing, but it helps enormously, particularly on an emotional and psychological level, but it doesn't take away from the fact that I feel like I have been somewhat robbed of independence, and I'm aware it is only going to get worse. Although apparently I should be getting some support from local charities like the Royal National Institute for the Blind, now that I have actually been registered as severely sight impaired, so hopefully that will come soon. What sort of support they offer, I'm not sure yet, but we'll see. I'm not sure what else to talk about really in that sense. I think I might close the video out here. I'm sorry if I'm stuttering a lot. I'm feeling quite emotional about this, and because I'm building this channel, and I want to build this channel on gaming, and it has not escaped my attention that there may come one day where I can't game anymore. For the moment, I'm good. I'm alright. I have been trying to play some Iron Banner in Destiny, but as you can imagine, that hasn't gone that well. For months, in fairness, I remember thinking, I didn't even see that guy. Where did he come from? And yeah, I literally didn't see that guy. But although I should point out that in the Iron Banner matches I played, I did get 3 kills. So I suppose it sucks to be those guys. But it has not escaped my attention that there may be one day that I won't be able to do this, but I'm trying not to focus on that. I'm trying to focus on what I can do right now, and that right now I'm still okay to play most games, particularly the games that I like to play, which aren't sort of Twitch shooters. They're more sort of, I love RPGs and turn-based games and survival games and stuff like that, so I'm not too hit by it at the moment. But yeah, it's been a bit difficult. It's been difficult. I kind of just wanted to get this off my chest and talk about it a little bit, but I think I'll leave it there because I am getting quite emotional now, and I don't want to start just blubbering on camera. So I will leave it there. If there's any questions anyone has, obviously feel free to comment or message me. I'm absolutely cool with that. Or if anyone feels like they've got somewhere that I can go for support, that would be amazing, because obviously I would absolutely take any support that I can get on this issue. But other than that, though, thank you for sticking around and listening to my moaning for what seems like, what's it recording now, for for 10 minutes. I really appreciate that, and I appreciate you sitting by and taking some time out of your day to listen to what's going on in my life. I appreciate that. But with that said, though, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it, and hopefully I will start uploading some videos again shortly, and they won't be anything like I said. Normal service will be resumed, hopefully starting from next week. But until then, I'll see you later. Thank you for stopping by.